A new note on positive psychology in practice, positive psychology and literature. I was reading, and in fact, I just finished Agnes Grey, a play with uh, suffering, and I have a note on this if you're interested on Agnes Grey. In fact, there will be at least two because there's one already completed, and then there's another one for tomorrow because I haven't finished. And I still this story spills into the positive psychology domain, if you will, together with blindness. In fact, I thought about positive psychology and literature earlier on this morning while reading through blindness because that's like Agnes Grey. That is a narrative which sounds depressive. It is suffering. It is demeaning. It is cruel at times. It is violent, criminal. I'm reaching the stage where, in blindness, Jose Saramago, included by the Norwegian Book Club on the top 100 list of best books ever. A list compiled with authors, 100 great authors from something like 57 countries. Umberto Eco, Salman Rushdie, and others. And in blindness, at the stage where I am, which is still early, and I'm reading it the second time. Um, it's uh, a catastrophe in many ways because people just go blind, and the more and more of them, uh, there's, it's difficult to find, and there is no reason as yet. I hesitate because I'm still confused. I was thinking behind the meanings of these events, but then, in terms of positive psychology, I was thinking, what is the impact? Because of such great stories, masterpiece in the case of blindness, and an excellent book, play for Agnes Grey. But when you read about the ordeal, the suffering, the outrageous things that happen and are described in these books, what happens to your mood? And I'm thinking about possible explanations. One would be that indeed you just um, experience an increase in well-being, happiness, because you're reading such a wonderful masterpiece. Excellent work is rewarding, and you have a sense of meaning, achievement. You get to understand more things. As some others said, you have a chance to feel like you live the lives of others. You're not limited to your own, at times banal, it can't be otherwise, existence, and you transcend, you live with others. But on the other, this morning I was hit by this idea that on the other, it can be depressive when you read that people get blind and the others outside just shoot them. Well, not all of them, but some of them, because they're afraid, because they feel the epidemic, and they feel they would get blind as well. And those inside have to suffer. At one stage, they don't get the food they need. It comes eventually, but still, um, they one of the characters, the doctor, at one point is in the bathroom and he is stepping into something soft. What can that be? And life seems so miserable. It appears that there's no, this is the nadir, there's nowhere to go further down from this. But still, one has to read to see more, to read and understand more. And so, there's this uh, mystery. What happens after you read all this? And Agnes Grey, again, this is the story of a woman who has to suffer, and furthermore, if we have hedonic adaptation, we adapt to the good things. In her situation, alas, it's she has a good life. Uh, they have a couple of maids, but her father invests in sugar that goes at the bottom of the ocean, and their fortune with it. So they have to get into a, if not absolute poverty, in a difficult spot wherein she has to be a governess, she has to suffer insults and to watch the cruelty of some stupid, evil bastards. And enough with that. It's just an example. They serve as two works on the same day, which have, that's also true. So that's the way to take it. Um, they offer not just hope, because it can't be all bad, but a wonderful perspective on the possibility of growth. There are some people in the worst possible situations who show the strength, grit, ethics, values, they help others, and eventually a number of the good people win, so to say. Even if this may be an oxymoron, because one wins the battle, the story has the meaning of life, and the achievement, if one is good, is doing good. And that's the way to look at these chefs d'oeuvre, to learn from them and admire the wonderful characters we can find within.